Yo, guys, what's good? So today I'll be analyzing Sporting versus Bodo Glint. So the first leg, Bodo Glint beat Sporting 3-0 at home on their turf field in Norway. And now this is the second leg at Sporting in Lisbon. So uh Sporting got a corner kick. It was well whipped in, and you could kind of see that there's a Sporting player on the Bodo goalkeeper. Like players, like it's kind of illegal sometimes, but we kind of like use these tactics from time to time. Like if it's not excessive, then it's not really an issue. But sometimes the referee could call the corner kick off if you're blocking the goalkeeper. But I think he gets out of the way in time, and then all of this kind of like starts some bit of confusion. There's no real like direction in the way like the Bodo players pick up their players. It's pretty aggressive. It's kind of a mess, but the Sporting players have also done a very good job to try to push all the Bodo players into the six, and we know that when a cross is whipped into the six and that the defensive line are all pushed back into the six, the probability of scoring is very high. So Gonzalo Ignacio jumps and he times the header perfectly. He times it to a T. He's very powerful in his jump. Like as you can see, like he jumps over a guy. Someone else tries to contest it, but he's very firm and strong in the air. Like it reminded me of prime CR7. Like this is what like Ronaldo used to do. This is like CR7 airlines all over again. Hopefully he could help Portugal achieve something at the World Cup. So this is kind of early in the second half, like halfway through, almost halfway through the second half. Sporting is still behind, and they kind of need some sort of inspiration. They've been pushing very hard. I think they had a couple shots already, like a couple shots on target, a couple opportunities. Like they were pushing, and they were kind of trying to like get back into the game and get as soon as possible, because you know the later you try to do this, like the less likely you'll be able to have a comeback. So they're trying to get an early goal so they can make it a game again. So in the midfield, they're just cycling. They have this 1-2, and then the ball gets dished out wide, and the two strikers, they understand that they have to make a run deep deep in behind to try to create something in the wide area. That's what the right striker does. He understands, he sees the intention that he could get played, and that's why he decides to run, and while running he's also dragging a defender with him. So yeah, just like I said again, like this is a clearer picture of kind of how they could do that curved run and attack those spaces and probably try to create something or open up a space for someone else. So yeah, so that liberating run opened up a line for their number 9, for their striker, and the pass was executed to a T, and it broke 3 lines. Like as you can see, like that run, that like, liberating run, like where he drags the defender, it opened up a new passing lane, and it's something that is very useful in today's game. So when he's in this area, there's two things he could do. He could either shoot or square it to his teammate. And I think he decides to square it to his teammate because the XG on it is pretty high. If he was a more confident player, or a more if it was a different situation, because you're also trying to come back, he would have probably shot it. But I think because like you only get so much chances when you're trying to come back, he did the he took the decision with the most XG, and he decided to square it to his teammate who perfectly understood what area to run into. All right, so this is a clearer picture of when he squares it to his teammate. You can see the goalkeeper is unbalanced. He like left the whole other side of the net open, and the other player just has to perfectly time his run and weigh his shot properly to get it on target and into the goal before the goalkeeper readjusts himself. Yeah, when you get to the six like this, it's still a hard finish to execute, but it's one of the ones that is very next necessary to master as a striker because you do have to time your run, but you also do have to know how to angle your body so the ball doesn't go out. So it's people would say it's just a tap in and it's a pretty easy finish, which it is when you know how to properly angle your body and time your run while running at full pace. So it's a nice goal. By this time, most people kind of started to speculate and started to realize that Bodo Glint was about to just flop and lose this game because they conceded a penalty, and it's one of those situations where you could tell that they lacked experience in Europe, although they showed a lot of qualities, and that they were just quite unlucky and they didn't have the nerves to control what was going on and to react properly in this type of situation. It's unlucky for them, but this is where their downfall started. Now, when you're a striker, you're forward, you're player, regardless your position, when you get given this responsibility of scoring a pen that's gonna tie the game for your team late in the game, almost 10 minutes before the end of the game, like it's a big thing, and you have to make sure that not only you're a confident player, but that you're confident in the moment and that you'll be able to to not crumble under pressure because you see it a lot. Sometimes players crumble under pressure. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to react. But this guy took it well. He just bangs it, slots it into the net, and the game is back on. Again, this is a situation in extra time. Extra time just started. It's 1 minute into extra time, and you see the sequence where they understood how they scored their other goals and they understood how to create danger. I think this was one of their plans, going and making runs in behind. I don't think Bodo was properly equipped to react to these situations. Like Sporting has just flipped this and have done it on the other side of the field. In the first half, they did it on the right. No, I mean in the second half, they did it on the right side, and then now they're doing it on the same play but on the left side. They're playing it in behind. The forward is doing a diagonal ball on a diagonal run onto the side, receiving the ball in the backspace, and the rest of the team is moving as a unit and everyone is strategically placed to try to get a tap in or a rebounded finish into the box. In this situation, the player has two options. He could either square it in the six or he could try to square it to the penalty box. And I think tries to pass it back like a cutback pass, and that's how uh, Sporting scored their fourth goal. So the Sporting player kind of controls it. He kind of gets a lucky bounce, and he controls it, and then the left-footed player drills it bottom left. Most players wouldn't send it back the same way where the ball came from, but I think it was pretty clever because of him being left-footed. The goalkeeper wasn't probably expecting, and his momentum was probably already shifting, and he wasn't gonna make it back onto the other side. So he just drilled it in and slotted it for Sporting's fourth goal. So this is the downfall of Bodo Glimt. Like, they went down five. I did not expect this. I really thought that they would have probably lost 3-1 and they would have gotten through. I wouldn't have thought that they would have gotten like slapped and demolished in the way they did. They really got exposed at the high level. And this is a learning curve. Like, maybe they probably won't be able to keep the team, but if they're able to keep their squad together, it would be something huge. And if they could possibly build on it, like have a, a team that comes back next year, maybe they'll be able to go further. But it's very hard. But it was really nice to see Bodo Glint. And I think like this tweet I just saw, like Sporting, like they were just like phenomenal in this game. And like I said, like Sporting, they use all the remontada quotas. And like City, there is no way, like Manchester City in the other game that happened just later, like there's no way they're gonna come back. There's no way there's gonna be two comebacks in one Champions League night, like crazy comebacks like that. Like, this is one of the nights everyone remembers. This is one of those legs that people we'll talk about like 5, 10, 15 years from now. And it was really a great experience to watch and be a part of it. Yeah. You know, Bodo Glint today demonstrated signs of serial fumblers, like just like Barcelona, like at times. Like, they get there, like they edge you on, they show you that they have a great team. You believe in, you buy into the project, you possibly make a semifinals, you go up 3-0 in the first leg, and then you just crumble. Like, this is the type of stuff that we saw Barcelona do against Liverpool, do against Roma. Like, this is just the types of performances and the types of games that like you have to have mental fortitude. And sometimes people don't really understand what that means. It's not necessarily just about voicing out or just about like saying positive things. It's about truly believing in your qualities and actually being confident, which is something that is sometimes hard to ask for players and for teams and all the insecurities. But it's some things that like just make you kind of great and determine if teams like Barcelona were to get over that type of complex of losing these type of games and actually truly believing in themselves. Maybe they'll win a couple more Champions Leagues in the next couple of years. Is something that we'll see. Yeah, we'll never forget this Bodo Glint run. Like, sometimes people would say that the Champions League lost its magic, that there would be no way for small sides to go far. But as we can see with Bodo, if you figure out a way to build a team with some sort of quality and you guys stick to the plan, like there's a possibility, maybe not for you guys to go and win the whole thing, but there's a possibility for you guys to make a very deep run. As we can see, Bodo was a couple of moments, a couple, probably like they were 90 minutes away from making the Champions League quarterfinals. And it's a pretty big achievement for a team from Norway, and just a big achievement for a club that isn't really on the map. And we're all thankful and grateful for Bodo getting put on. Like, one other thing is also their artificial field. Most clubs at the top level aren't used to playing on artificial fields, and the players don't perform as well. So that was really a big advantage for Bodo. And even if they were to make it again next year, it would still be a problem for the big boys to face them. As you can see, Ronaldo congratulated Sporting. He said that he really loves this club, and who knows, maybe after the World Cup, it might be romanticizing, but maybe he goes back to Sporting. Maybe Messi goes to New Old Boys. Like maybe this is like the ending for them. It would be a very beautiful ending, and although I think it won't happen, but I think it's a very nice thing if both of them finish in their boyhood clubs. So thank you guys for watching the videos, and I'll be posting another video soon. Probably doing the PSG game or one of the games for one of the other games in the Champions League. So nice talking to you guys. Have a nice one. Take care. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye bye.